So for today's video, I'm going to answer a question that a viewer asked me recently. And they asked if I could pick between these two cameras. If I had to pick between these two cameras, which one would I choose? This is the A7CR and the Fujifilm X-T5. And my immediate answer was the Sony A7CR. And it's not because it's the newest camera or anything like that. It's for a couple reasons. Number one, the versatility in this camera is a little bit more than this one, meaning this has 61 megapixels. Megapixels don't matter, I get it. But because of that, I can put this into APS-C mode and get a 38 megapixels image. This one has 40 megapixels, so it's pretty much the same size image. But also, the A7CR has much better autofocus. It's not even close. The other day I was waiting for my son to get off the school bus and I saw this crow sitting on a truck. So I had my X-T5 with the Tamron 18-300, pulled it out, started taking some pictures. I had it in bird photography autofocus priority. I was getting the green light. It said it was autofocused and it was taking pictures and focused on the crow's head. However, when I got back to the house, the crow's head was out of focus. If you want to see the pictures, you can go down below to my website. I will have images there so you can see. So I know people have talked about the Fuji's autofocus problems, and I haven't been too affected by it, to be honest. Again, I use the Fujifilm 23 millimeter lens on here about 75% of the time. And even with the Tamron lens, it's never been that bad. It was just one bird. Like when I focused on other birds, it was fine. But this one bird, for whatever reason, it wasn't crowded or anything like that. It just wasn't focusing on it, even though it said it was. I know they've put out several updates and everything like that, but it just thinks that their they have such nagging autofocus issues. And I know like the internet is an echo chamber, so it can be way worse than it is. And like I said, I've taken a lot of pictures with this camera. I haven't had too many problems. But the A7CR, my A7 II, the A6100, the Sony's autofocus is just amazing. And I know they have different ways of autofocusing. Maybe that's it, but when this says it's focused on something, I know it's focused on it. I don't have to worry about it being out of focus. Is it the fastest at focusing? No, because it does have 61 megapixels. But once it gets focus and locks focus, it's going to be in focus. Now, if I was doing bird photography, if like my main goal was to do bird photography, I probably pick the X-T5 just because it has a faster burst mode, so I can shoot more pictures per second faster. So when there's critical moments, I would use that. I am planning on doing more bird photography this coming spring and summer, so I will be getting some glass for the X-T5 that is focused on, longer glass for that. And I will still use the A7CR with the 28-200 that I have, or even pick up a older Sigma 100-400, because again, is it terrible? No, but the autofocus is better on here. It just doesn't shoot as fast as this one. So, is there a perfect camera? Absolutely not. Could I get a bigger camera that has better burst mode and buffering and all that stuff for Sony? Absolutely. But again, my long-term photography kit is small compact cameras, right? So I want my kit to be the small little compact cameras. And I also believe in for both Sony and Tamron, these two cameras are the most photography focused cameras. And I know there's other cameras, but like I think for photographers, these two are like from these two companies. Obviously, there's Olympus, Panasonic, Canon, Nikon, Ricoh, Leica. Like there's so many other camera brands. But for these two camera brands, the ones that I've used and what I have, I feel like these two, and I would even put the A7C II in there, But even the A7C has more video features. I would say for these two brands, these two cameras are the most top of the line photography related cameras you can buy. Sure, there's other cameras, like I said before, but you know, most bang for your buck. There's very little compromise from a photography standpoint. These two cameras are the flagships, and I stand by that. I will challenge anyone to tell me different, but I really do believe these two cameras are, they're flagship photography focused cameras. And I've talked about this before, but not every camera has to be hybrid. Not everybody wants to shoot video and have 8K and 4K 120. Like, I don't want to shoot any video with these cameras. I just want the best photography related cameras that I can get. And so if I had to choose, like I said before, the purpose of this video, I'm choosing the A7CR. But either one of these cameras, you're not going to go wrong. Like, you're just not. So if you are, for whatever reason, thinking about these two cameras and trying to decide which one you want, you're not going to go wrong with either one of them. I'm going to keep this video short because the reality, like I said, both these cameras are great, and it's silly to think, it's silly to do a versus between these two cameras because they're wildly different. Full frame, APS-C, slower paced, faster paced, like, they're just two great cameras, and you cannot go wrong with either one of them. Let me know down in the comments, like, if you have either one of these cameras, what do you think? Are they, or if you have both, which one would you choose? Like I said, I would choose this one if I had to have like just one camera between the two. But I've also mentioned in a previous video, my GOAT camera is this one, the Ricoh GR3X. So if I had to choose one camera for the rest of my life, this is the camera I would choose. Thank you as always for watching this video. If you like listening to a middle-aged man ramble into a microphone to talk about photography, photography gear, and the philosophy of photography, please hit that like and subscribe button, and I will see you in the next one. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.